Sego, Sawakwego. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour. I am Chief Don Maracle, the elected chief from the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte. Today, in a humble and grateful spirit, I remember all of our veterans who served at wartime. I also recall that our military service as allies to the British Crown spans some 3 centuries. Dating back to the conquest of Canada, we fought as allies in the American Revolution, as allies in the War of 1812. Our brothers from Akwesasne served in the Boer War in Africa to free General Gordon. During the First World War, Mohawks, the Bay of Quinte, had 102 soldiers enlisted who served in the First World War of the 4,000 Indigenous soldiers who served. In the Second World War, there were between 3,090 to 42,050 Indigenous soldiers that served across Canada. From the Mohawks, the Bay of Quinte, we had 213 that served in the war, in that conflict. And today we remember especially our last surviving veteran of the Second World War, Austin Fuller, who celebrated his 100th birthday in May of this year. And we ask God to continue to bless him with good health and all the surviving veterans from the Second World War who are still with us. We remember those who served in the Korean War, in the Vietnam War, in the Gulf War, and most recently in Afghanistan. We remember their courage and their bravery. Many of them were honored with medals for their bravery and their heroism. We remember at this time that they gave their lives for a cause. It was to preserve peace, to preserve liberty, and to preserve justice. However, after many of our Indigenous servicemen returned to their homeland in Canada, they still experience racism and discrimination. And it's a sad chapter in Canada's history that they were not accorded the same benefits as other veterans. They were denied access to the soldier settlement scheme for benefits. Many of the Indigenous women also served in the munition factories here in homeland, plus they were the sole providers for their families that lived in the Indigenous communities. Today we remember our Aboriginal veterans, all those who gave their lives. We remember all those who served. We remember all those who were injured in those battles and had suffered pain throughout their entire lives because of the war injuries they had sustained. And so I'm going to read today, after we have a minute of silence, a poem written by John McCrae in honor of all of our veterans who served. We'll have a minute of silence as we turn our thoughts to the great cause that they fought for. And may that great cause that they fought for be in our hearts and in our minds in our daily conduct with each other. A poem written by John McCrae during the First World War. In Flanders fields the poppies grow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the lark still bravely singing flies, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw, The torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. May the souls of all those who served and who are still with us be in perfect peace, and may our hearts be ever grateful for the great cause that they fought and defended during wartime.